Hello and welcome to Martinsville. My name is Justin. I'm the owner of Team 53 and I've partnered with Coach Dave Academy and Impel Motorsports to bring you this week's Learn to Drive video for late model stocks at Martinsville as part of iRacing's 2025 Season 2 Week 12 official series. It's the end of the season, and if you guys haven't already done so, make sure you sign up for the Team 53 Short Track Pass for Season 3. We'll be back with all 5 of the short track cars, late model stock, super late model, SK modified, Tour Modified, and Legend Car, as well as hopefully providing telemetry for the ARCA as well as the trucks. And then depending on what happens with the new Gen 4 cars and where we sit with membership, we may look at adding those as well. So could be a fun season for you in Season 3. Make sure you head over to our Discord, go to team53racing.com, sign up. We'll get you guys hooked up and ready to go for the new season. So Martinsville for the late model stocks is always a fun one. This is a track that you can do a couple different things. You can run a third gear set here, you can do a shifting set, you can do a no shifting set. It's just kind of wild and something that you really have to get used to. But we're going to head out here in qualifying utilizing a no shift set that you can grab. It's a custom Team 53 setup. You can grab, like I said, a full season setup, team53racing.com. Let's get going here. So we're going to head out on track. We're going to tire heat. Lap 2 is going to be our fast lap. So you can see us gas, brake, swerve, left, right. I'm going to do that probably about mid backstretch here just to get a little bit of heat in it. Not a ton. There'll be enough to kind of get us around this entire track. And then while we're looking at lap 1 here, you guys can head over to my friends at Impel Motorsports, impelmotorsports.com. They've got a lot of Moza gear, next level sim rigs, as well as real race car parts and accessories. So head over there, impelmotorsports.com. Headed down the backstretch here, coming to the white flag lap. We're going to go high. We'll get a huge run here. You can see kind of how I've been doing it. Nice little straight run off here. And then we're going to be nice and tight here up against the start-finish line. So about a half a square between the car and that. You can see we're kind of right there with it. Inside the cockpit, it's just kind of going over kind of just to the left of this second rivet mark here. But we'll head down the straightaway here. And you can see we're just going way down the straightaway. Start to turn in on the left-hand side when you can see the NASCAR, Busch Light, Coca-Cola, all of these here. That's where you're going to start to think about turning into the corner. You can see as we go past that here towards the end, we'll turn in and we'll brake. It's going to be about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5, 6 dash marks before the corner here. With the cockpit, it looks like about the 4th set before. And then we're going to pitch this car into the corner. We're going to bring it down from the far chase cam. You're going to bring it and just kind of cross these right side tires right over that dash line, arc it around, and try and get those left sides here in this lighter gray color. So we bring it down. We get the left sides in the lighter gray. And then we're going to use that to just kind of drive us up off the corner. We're not going to worry about it if this car wants to slide up the track. Just let it. Nice and tight here on the backstretch, and we'll do the same thing. So we start to turn in about the time we go past the pit opening. So we see it here. Double red lines on the wall. So where we'll turn in. When we get to the point where we can't see the dash lines in the cockpit anymore, that's where I'm going to start to lift and brake from the far chase. You can see it's right there at the end of them. So nice little break in here. Again, get those left sides nice and low here for the corner. We're down to about 70 miles an hour. And then it's just a nice hard drive off the corner and a nice straight down the front stretch. Gets us an 884. So not a ton, just, enough to kind of look at there. Must have been a glitch of the wall. I don't think it gave me an X for that contact. But let's go through lap inside the car for you. And there you go. 884 for that lap. Race trim wise, there's really not a ton of fall off. I ran a full 75 lap run, and I was still within maybe a tenth and a half, 2/10 on my race trim, just running full tilt the entire time. So I don't think there's really going to be a lot of tire saving for you guys this week. You should be able to run pretty hard for the duration of the race. And these laps are going to look very similar. And make sure you guys head over to our friends, Overdrive Racing Oils and Lubricants. If you guys are in the market, if you do your own oil changes, they're an AMSOIL dealer. Every time they get paid, we get paid using the link in the description below. So it's super important that you guys are doing that. Really helps pay for the stream, helps keeps us on track as well. So race trim wise, lap's going to look pretty much the exact same as qualifying. The only difference is going to be you're going to be a little bit slower just because there's more fuel in the car. So I would say, definitely a full tilt, a full run. You should be good to go. And it's just going to be a matter of hitting your marks. Driving this car in way deep, slamming on the brakes and turning does not make it run any faster. In fact, it probably slows you down a little bit as if you get the proper weight transfer, you get into the corner, you get on throttle, you get your proper drive off. And it didn't matter if it was lap 1 or lap 75 or 80. You really just have to keep going with your rhythm and get into that rhythm and run your laps. Passing here is usually extremely difficult, mostly because we're all pretty much running the same gear. The setups are all doing pretty much the same things that we need them to do. So it's really just about not overdriving corners, not getting too far up, not getting forced out of the way, and just really keeping a good rhythm. And I think you guys will have a great race week. If you are looking to pass, dives into 1, dives into 3 are typically where they happen. And those things are really set up exit of 4, exit of 2, where if you get a really good drive off, you can get underneath someone really, really well. So you just really have to be patient here. Like I said, these are pretty regular laps. Now, some of you guys might be saying, in past seasons we've shifted here at Martinsville, or, you'd be listening to people's engines and you'll hear them shift. And that might be the case. We have a setup with Team 53 that doesn't necessarily require shifting. In past seasons when we've run here, it's been as competitive as sets with shifting. We really haven't found too much of a difference in lap times. So I wouldn't say you necessarily need to worry about shifting. But if you do decide to shift, you're going to want to go shift down to third gear about mid corner, and then you're going to pick up fourth gear just as you're coming off the concrete. So like kind of this slow RPM here, center of the corner would be a downshift, and then you'd pop it into third and you'd grab fourth gear just as you're coming off the concrete here would be the move. But other than that, it should be a pretty fun week here at Martinsville. A lot of bumping and running, but should be fun. Let us know how you did in the comments. Make sure you sign up team53racing.com, get your setup for next season, and we will see you in the next video.